What's up, guys? Episode 44 of Wrestle Your Perception podcast. And you could probably tell I'm beat. It's been a long day, but it's been a good day. My son scored his first goal in soccer, so that was pretty awesome. It was his third game. They lost, but hey, it doesn't matter. These kids are going out there having fun. And it was a busy day. Got off a shift this morning. Busy night. Busy day of training with the SWAT team, and then at night I came back to shift and finished out the rest of my shift at night, and it was busy, so you know how that goes. Well, some of you do. So, and the rest of the day, you know, hustling, doing what I have to do, taking care of the family. I was able to rest a little bit. All right, my wife got me some time to rest in the morning, so that was good, and so let's get to it. Episode 44. Basically, I found out a few weeks ago that I have thyroid cancer. So it's on my left side of my thyroid, so I have to have surgery later this month. And it's a weird thing. It all started when I got hired with the fire department. The doctor found a nodule on my thyroid, which is very common. And it was small. And she said, just monitor it and we'll keep track of it. So I found an endocrinologist and I kept track of it. And I would get it scanned every year. And then this year, I went to my endocrinologist, which I go twice a year, and she said that she wants to biopsy it because, and this was like 2 months ago, I believe, or a month ago, she said, the shape is different. And when a nodule on the thyroid, when the shape, it could be bigger, it could be smaller, but when it gets like a strange shape, that's when they get, it throws up a red flag, indicating that it's cancer, and that's when they want to biopsy it and then take the further steps to see what's going on. So that happened, and she told me, listen, I want to biopsy it, and here we'll set up a date, and I did that. So I went, I got the biopsy done. They have to, you're awake the whole time. It's just they stick 5 syringes in your neck, and she takes samples of the nodule. So, and they put they injected some lidocaine into my throat. So it really wasn't too bad. And then a few weeks later, we found out that the cells were atypical of cancer. And then after that, they sent them out to a lab and found that they genetically are like 98% cancer or something like that on the report. Because they have to do further tests, because if they're atypical, then they want to get more proof, and so they're not going to know 100% of everything that's going on until they go in there and remove it. Or remove the half of the thyroid, in my case, which I'll get into a little bit further. So it's being that it's on one side, I can get one side removed, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to go on drugs for my thyroid, hormone replacement drugs for my thyroid. So, initially, I spoke to my endocrinologist after she gave me the news and said that I had, cancer on my thyroid. She said, here's a doctor, blah, blah, blah. I made an appointment. Long story short, the doctor didn't have an appointment to see me, not even for surgery, to see me. It was like 3 months out. So I was like, all right, whatever. I mean, it's pretty crazy considering, you have cancer that has to get removed. And I know it's not, usually on the thyroid, it's not a very aggressive form of cancer. So the guy has had me a date for whatever in November. And obviously I found out a month or two ago. So I talked to one of my buddies, Alan, one of my best friends growing up, and he said, he knows a doctor that is very super intelligent and very advanced with his surgical techniques, and he's personal friends with him. So he got me he called them for me, and then I called, and they got me in 2 days, and I had a surgery date within 2 or 3 weeks, I believe, maybe 4 weeks, and they got me in there, and that's why I have my surgery next week. And so I went into the doctor and I spoke to the surgeon and everything. Great guy, very nice to talk to. And on my report, on my pathology report, well, my biopsy report, I should say, they showed that my nodule was on my isthmus, which is the middle of my thyroid. So he was saying, we have to get it removed, and we have to remove the whole thing. And he explained the process to me, and I said, Doc, this is strange, because I was told that it was on my left side for the past 7 years, and this is where they've always monitored, was my left side. And he's going, okay, well, let's scan it. I said, okay, when can we do it? He's like, we'll do it today. We'll do it right now. And he did it himself. I was very grateful for that, because a lot of times you have to reschedule and specifically schedule an appointment for an ultrasound. But this particular doctor specifically did it for me, and it was awesome. And he scanned it, and he's like, you're right, it's on the left side. And he's like, we can remove the left side. And I asked questions. He answered all my questions that I had. I asked, why can't we just remove the nodule? And it's a factor of that the thyroid bleeds so much that you wouldn't be able to stop it from bleeding. And listen, this is me kind of remembering what a doctor told me, a surgeon. So obviously, you want to get further information, talk to a surgeon. But long story short, the way to do it is to remove half of it or the whole thing. But in my case, I get to remove half, which I'm happy about. So I don't necessarily have to go on hormone replacement drugs. So that's a big relief. And then obviously the next thing is if I have to get any type of treatment after, which usually you don't. And the doctor said this form of cancer is not very aggressive, so it usually stays put to the thyroid. So that's good to hear. And then the next question was, what is this caused from? And my endocrinologist told me this, and now my surgical oncologist has told me it. It's a direct link to being a firefighter. So firefighters, a lot of them get thyroid cancer and other cancers, because now, it's been known for years, but now it's actually in my department, it's recognized as a high risk job for getting cancer. And it's been happening for years. Cancer's been plaguing the fire departments for a very long time. And now I would say, like, the new wave of firefighters like myself, the past 7 years, I would say, they're really ramping up, educating the firefighters and educating the public. And they're doing a lot of research on us in regards to all different types of cancer. And thyroid cancer is very prevalent in the fire department. And both my doctors, my endocrinologist and my surgical oncologist, have said that it's, a direct link because of what we're exposed to. My endocrinologist even mentioned my radio that I wear on my left side. That's an issue as well. So, and obviously another big issue they're doing a lot of studies on is sleep. As firefighters, we get very shitty sleep. We get sleep interruptions almost every shift, some more so than others, but even the slightest, even just a 1 or 2 interruptions of sleep a night for a period of years, 5, 10, 20 years, that's terrible for your body. It is terrible. And I'm pretty sure that's one of the biggest factors of firefighters getting cancer. It's got to be sleep. Makes sense, right? So this is where I'm at right now. Has it affected me? honestly, very little. I still do what I do. I still live my life. I'm more concerned about my family than this. Of course, I'm going to take care of this because I have to be well for them, to take care of them. But, and we should just call this the fucking Bad News Medical Podcast, right? So, but hey, man, it's my life and this is what's going on. And not trying to look for sympathy. It's pretty much educating people that are like me into, taking care of yourself and checking yourself out, because you could live the healthiest life, you can do everything right, and you could still get some shit, and to all the firefighters out there that are in the job and or were working before or were on the job before, take care of yourself. Get yourself checked out. Get your body get scanned if they offer it in your department, or do it on your own. It's worth it, because we're getting this shit nonstop and a lot of guys don't even know about it. I mean, I like to consider myself pretty healthy. I take care of myself, and it happens, unfortunately. I mean, it happened to my wife with her cancer in her uterus, or placental cancer that moved to her uterus. So, I mean, she was a big advocate for cancer prevention and cancer-free lifestyle, and something like that happens. So, listen, your health is the only thing that really matters. Yeah, money matters, and we're all guilty of it. We want to get ahead, we want to make money, we want to be successful, we want to provide. I get it. I'm the same way. But time always wins. And the best thing you can do is try to hold the hands a little bit tighter, by exercising, eating right, sleeping. And I could say that sleeping, I think, is the most important thing. I saw an interesting quote on the evil internet. A physical therapist said the best thing you can do with your foam roller is put it under your bed and go to sleep, because we're not getting sleep, and that's when your body heals. And going back to firefighters, guys, girls, this is what we need to do. We need to sleep. Coming home from shift, I know you just want to fucking drink some coffee and charge and get shit done, but, and I know guys with kids, and it's rough. I'm one of them, man. And you come home and you got to do shit, man. You want to power through and do it, but you got to go to sleep. It goes a long way. You know that. It changes your attitude. It changes how you feel. It changes how you react. It changes your patience. Even getting an hour of sleep after your shift, after you just get your ass destroyed by our lovely public that we serve, getting that nap is important. I mean, it's a little bit, it'll go a long way. It'll help you get through the day, to get to bed early, and try not to hit the booze after shift, even though sometimes it's fun. But, I know guys that do it almost after every shift. Just tone it down, just try to maintain your health as much as you can. And back to the sleep. Yeah, it's sleep. Sleep is a huge factor, and we don't get enough of it. And getting it wherever you can, that's the way to do it, man. Because especially when you got a 20, 30-year career, that's where to do it. You have to get your sleep. And obviously everything else falls into place. Exercise, eating, not drinking so much. So it all falls together, but sleep, I think, is the most important. So that's what I got going on, and I'm going to keep everybody updated. I'm fine. People are going to watch this and not know what the fuck's going on. Well, I'm good. I'm going to get this surgery. I'm going to stay a night in the hospital, and I'm going to come out. I think I got to take a week off of work, or 2 weeks, And hopefully this gets to some other firefighters out there and they get themselves checked out and they take care of that shit. Whatever it is. There's no point in prolonging anything. Take care of yourself and keep track of your health. The first 50 years are given. The next 50 are earned. I forgot where the hell I heard that, but it sounds good, doesn't it? I tell my partner on my truck, he's 51, and I tell him all the time. I tell him that. But he's a savage. That guy breaks walls with his fists. So, hopefully I'll get there when I'm 50. So, all right, guys, just a little update. So, hey, man, doctors even say it's, if you're going to get cancer, this is the cancer to get. So, don't be worried. It's all good. We're going to take care of this. And I'll see you in the next episode. Episode 44, babies. It's all done. Take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show.
1, 2, 3, 4.